guys, welcome to another video of mine, and today guys we're gonna be talking about how to become your best self, live your best life. Okay, because in reality everybody around here living their best life, going to Miami, being on YouTube channels, being on Smasher Passes. I mean I don't think that's best life. That's not my best life but apparently it's everybody else's. You know, I'm gonna teach you how to get to that route of living your best life, whatever road you may take, because a lot of people have different roads. You know, if you're doing one of those, you got it. Because that ain't me. So guys, if you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, do everything that can support me, because you know your girl needs it. Yeah, let's get straight into it. Don't really want to bother y'all. Let's just... So basically I have 5 tips into doing what you gotta do. The first tip of living your best life or being your best self is that you should have alone time with yourself. This alone time is just gonna make you get to know yourself and understand yourself, which is very, very important into living your best life. A lot of times I like to say is that acceptance is the first thing to literally anything you want to accomplish. Anything that is not acceptance, it's gonna be fake, and it's gonna be out of delusion and confusion. Okay, acceptance is just the understanding that you know what you're doing before you go into something. Now a lot of the times we want to have everything planned out. You know, you can't really have everything planned out into everything you want to do, because not everything is going to come out the way you want it to come out. But the difference of accepting and understanding that you'll take on whatever change happens rather than you'll try to predict every change, you'll find it to go a lot more smoother. So that's why I always like to push out that acceptance is always the best way with everything, and accountability. It's kind of the same way with this, is that acceptance and taking that first step of really understanding yourself and knowing what is expected out of you. It's almost like a test. Like, you get a syllabus and you go to the class and you read syllabus. Like, you need to know what they want and what they expect from you so you can perform well. You just can't go into class not knowing what they expect from you and just you going willy-nilly, and then you end up with a 50 at the end of the semester because like you didn't know. So I know that sounds like a whole lot of people's lives, but anyways, gotta read the syllabus. I might as well call this read the syllabus. All right, that is really the first thing when it comes to living your best life. You want to know what makes you happy, you want to know what makes you upset, so you're able to maneuver around those kinds of things as best you can. A thing that I say when it comes to understanding yourself, or either just spending alone time with yourself, you want to understand yourself like you're your own friend. You know, when people have those little friend tests and be like,
oh, what would your friend choose in this situation?
I don't know, them quizzes on BuzzFeed type beat, like those types of things, right? You want to be able to know yourself. A lot of people think that they know themselves, but they really don't know past the things on the surface that you see. A lot of the times we think like that we know each other like that, but we don't, because the way that you fully know yourself is understanding the good and the bad and taking it. And a lot of the times we don't want to take the bad, so all we see is good. And then when it comes to a situation where we're presented where we're like, oh yeah, we have all these good qualities, but we're tested because we don't know our bad qualities. Spending alone time with yourself is not just isolating yourself, not going hanging out, not doing any of those. A lot of the times it's just prioritizing yourself than the outside world. Okay, just forget that exists. It's really just prioritizing your self-care, your mental health, anything that just gotta do with you, that you gotta tend to, you put that first. And alone time with yourself will allow yourself to really think about what truly you desire and what truly makes you comfortable, and environments that make you comfortable, friends, people that make you comfortable. It really just lets you get to know yourself as a friend, literally as a different person. If you were to ask yourself what type of friends that I would hang around with, what type of jobs would I would like to work in, literally qualities specific that you know that fit into your criteria, you would have to know that about yourself. And that is very important to understanding and living your best life. You can't just go through life not knowing what you want and just practically accepting the bare minimum, or accepting whatever life hits you. Okay, we don't do that here. We want the best experience possible that we want. Okay, and if you want bare minimum, head over to somebody else's channel, because this ain't it. We don't accept bare minimum here. Heck no, we don't do that here. Anyways, all right, the second tip into living your best life or being your best self is start doing activities that you need and that you want to do, but having a balance of both. Something I want to add to this specifically is keep yourself busy, but don't drain yourself, okay, as you need a balance. Okay, once you start prioritizing yourself and you understand what you like to do, when you start making space for it in your head in a way where like, okay, let me finish what I need to finish first, and then I'm gonna start doing what you want to do, or whatever makes you comfortable, whatever makes you happy, you're trying to squeeze into what you need, right, into your schedule type. So now that you know that, this is just kind of the action, just putting the stuff you need first as your priority, and then putting your wants in as much as you can into your needs. Something I suggest is like weekly, have your needs, have your schedule laid out as something that you kind of need to do every single day, and maybe the weekends, like, you know, live it up a little bit, like switch it up so you're not constantly living the same life over and over again, because a lot of people get very tired of that. Slowly add in wants that you want to do for the day. So rather it be a morning routine and you want to include certain things. Importance of like becoming your best self and having these kinds of feelings is when you start doing the things you want with the things you need, not only do you get fulfillment from that and thinking that you have a purpose to complete, thinking that you have something to do, which is like why a lot of people, when they don't have any goals or when they don't have anything, they don't feel any fulfillment from that because they don't have a necessary reason to get up in the morning, you know? When you start including your needs and your wants, what that does is that it starts like developing this feeling of like passion and motivation, confidence, literally just any great emotion that has, because it makes you have that fulfillment. And not only does that make you have that fulfillment, you're able to increase that with being satisfied with the things you already have. And that is an important, especially with living your best life, that is an important factor to have, is living by your passions, living by your goals. And like I said, once you just start prioritizing yourself, a lot of those emotions and a lot of those thoughts come in after. You can't be focused on the world and expect to have a passion. Expect that to happen when you're focusing on this person, that thing. Like, you have to be focused on yourself in order to gain that kind of knowledge. Something I want to add to this in this preface of like action and stuff like that is treat your tasks with responsibility. Do not just be like, bro, I hate when people like don't be caring about like certain tasks that they need to do. I have a type A personality. So like, don't even listen to me because I just be on everything, you know what I mean? But there's certain tasks in your life where they really matter. You can put the simple like passion or the simple want in it, but you don't choose to. You know what I mean? It's almost like saying like you have to do chores and you can't go out before you do chores. So you take chores to be a priority because you want to go out. It's the same thing. It's just putting tasks as a priority because you know there's something at the end of it that is good for you. That's something that you're looking forward to. You can't be lazy with those because in those priority tasks, you know that you need to do that in order to gain from something else. If you don't do them, you're not gaining anything. So that's your first starter. You have to start prioritizing tasks that are important to you. Okay, and work effort into them, put effort into them. Why would you make something your priority not to put effort into? Always think about that. Never think that like if you're doing a task, you might as well do it 100% because there's no point in you even sitting down doing something and you're not even gonna do it right. What was the point of you sitting down? You might as well done watch another season of Selling Sunset. Like that's what I would have done. I love Selling Sunset. Anyways, the third step I have for you guys is write down everything. Write down everything. Some people might think this is extra, some people might think it's overdue. Bro, write down everything. Like, okay, why do you think the Constitution was written? Why do you think the Bible was written? Why do you think laws are written? Because when you write things down, that makes it concrete. That makes it stay for a longer time than you would have thought of if you thought of it in your head. If I told to myself and I said that I wanted to do something or I wanted to do a task, I'm most likely going to forget it quicker than if I were to write it down. Write it down, I get reminded of it. And that is the same thing it is with writing down your rules, your boundaries, anything that is important to you that you want to continue in your life or either just have in your life, you have to write down. You have to. I don't care if you write it on your phone and notes. I don't care if you write it down in a journal. Having it somewhere concrete where you could probably see even once in a while, like once a month, not a big deal. As long as you have something concrete, you cannot run away from it. I'm telling you, like you cannot run away from it. Just having that connection with physical is very, very important. Write down everything you're comfortable with, how you want people to treat you, how you don't want people to treat you, how you want to treat others, goals that you have for yourself, not just know, I want to be rich. Bro, be mad specific. Like, be as specific as you can in the next like 2-3 years type beat. Like, give yourself 30 minutes or 45 minutes. I know y'all be, like I said, watching Selling Sunset. Like, take a minute, I know the season good, take a minute, take a break, but write down on a piece of paper what you like, what you don't like, what you like to do, activities that you like to do, things that you want to start doing, things that you never had the guts to do but you want to do. Write everything down. It doesn't even matter. I don't even care if you do it or not. Like, that's not even a thing right now. That's not what we're not focusing on. Since you already have them in your brain and you already put them down, you'll do them. I promise you will do them. And if you don't, I'm gonna make sure you do them. I'm just kidding. I mean, trust me with this. It's the first step. It's the first step to anything. You know, we're not taking huge giant steps here. We're definitely giving baby steps, toddler steps, okay? So, but that's the whole point because, you know, we started from the bottom Started from the bottom now. Yeah, we start from the bottom to the top. We going 0 to 100. That's what we're doing. That's what I meant to say. Wrong Drake song. Wrong Drake song. So now, guys, number 4, the step I have for you is do those things that you have written down that you're afraid to do. Now, like I said, I just added this before, but start doing things that you never had the guts to do. The reason why nobody likes change is that we don't already know the outcome. We don't know how it's gonna be. We don't know the exact number, how long it's gonna take. We don't know anything of that manner, right? That's why we don't like change. But if you think of change, of just liking change in general because it's different and you're not aware of it and you accept that, you're able to handle change so much differently. If you start getting comfortable with the idea of you doing things that are out of your comfort zone or taking like calculated risks or things that you never had the guts to do, and this is positive things, no negative things, like whatever, y'all know what I mean. It's really just that. You don't want to just be in a comfort zone and do the things that you always want to do. You want to be comfortable doing the uncomfortable. And a lot of people, like, you want to be your best self. You can't be who you are right now. It's not necessarily changing yourself, but it's more just improving yourself. But you can't keep doing the same things right now and then expect yourself to be better, or it's like doing the same things and expecting a different outcome. You can't do that. That should not work. That's insanity. Like, literally the definition of sanity. Personally, for me, I would suggest doing like each month you have a thing you did, and that's 30 days. That's a lot of time for you to do something, like at least a little thing, you know, to get out of your comfort zone. So personally, I would suggest doing one thing per month and then increase your goals, increase them. Progressive overload, workout term. So the last tip I have for you guys, kind of low-key, most important one, not gonna lie to you, make people feel special. I'm telling you, this is what really is going to hit the mark with becoming your best self or becoming a better person in general. Helping yourself and taking care of others. That's why a lot of people get pets and dogs, because they're putting a priority on somebody else's life that isn't yours, and that is a completely different feeling that a lot of people never felt before. Why do you think mothers are so attached to their kids? Because they're living for someone else. They're living on somebody that depends on them so much, and that gives you a new meaning of life. And the way that you do that on a daily basis is just helping other people. And the smaller aspect of that is helping other people. I think giving random girls compliments, I do all the time. You never know how much anybody's gonna appreciate anything, because I always like random compliments. Like, I always donate whenever I can. I definitely put that as a priority, because you never know what people are going through, and you never know if your extra $5, your extra $2 is gonna really help somebody. You never know anything. And even your parents, even your family members, go out of your way for them. Sometimes if you don't go out of your way, it's not even just because they're family, you know, sometimes you are called in life to maybe even help them in a way that you never thought you could help them, or either just make their life easier. You know, you'll never know what you're called to be doing in life. It's just better to spread positivity. Really, I do believe in the domino effect. When you start spreading positivity to other people, they see that within you, or they feel that within themselves, and then they'll be able to spread it to other people. And that is really how you choose the world. My account, shut it down. Like, at this point, like, you know, we don't even need my account, because they might witness something where it's like so insane. Personally, for me, I'll give an example in a second and then I'm end the video. Do everything you can, serve other people. Obviously, put yourself as a priority first. Help yourself, and then you can help. You have the ability to help others. That's what I always try to tell people as well. You can't just be lollygagging with other people, because now you're just draining yourself, and you know, that's not okay. But I'm gonna give this one example. I was gonna go to work, and I realized I ain't got no work today, so I just drove over there for nothing. It's okay though. You know, gas is getting expensive, but it's all right. Whatever. I was like, you know, I might as well go to Five and Below. Five and Below got so many goodies. Like, y'all don't even understand. Five and Below is so valid. I didn't go in there. I mean, I kind of had one thing I wanted to see, and I went in for like 10 minutes, came out, right? I come out, I'm walking to my car, and I hear like a violin, and it sounds like it's violin with a mix with music, and it just sounds like maybe somebody's really loud car. And I was like, who's playing this? Like, I want to see if somebody was actually playing it, because I was like, this kind of sounds kind of nice. I've never heard this before. So I got out of my car real fast. I put down the windows, you know, I was driving slow so I can hear it, and I'm going, and I hear it in another parking lot. So I drove to another parking lot. I see this man with a violin and a woman right next to him. So I parked near them. Not really, I parked behind them. Like, I kind of look kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. I was on the lookout with them. I don't know why. But I'm looking at them, and it's like, oh, their sign says like need food for rent for 2 kids. So then I put my windows down, like more whatever, and bro, I was sitting there, I was like, bro, this is so peaceful. But then I started crying. Reason because this man stood out there in the grocery store parking lot with his wife, mind you, like playing the violin. Like that's a lot to do for hours. I don't know if you know, I never played. I was a band kid, I'm not gonna lie, but like I was not an orchestra kid, but I know that orchestra kids be going through it. Like that still hurt. I'm pretty sure when they do that little thing, that hurts. So he was doing this for like, I'm pretty sure hours, bro. But like by the time I was looking at him, I was probably looking at them for like a good 40 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. What really got me is like, there's so much faith there. Like there's so much wanting to do better for themselves. They'll do anything, and it doesn't matter what they get, because they're still gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like, and to me, that hits so hard. Like, that hurt my heart. It hurt my heart to see people in that position, but it also just makes me inspired to see people try so much for themselves. Not only just it's for themselves, but they just have faith. Like, and a lot of people do not have faith now. A lot of people like to give up when things are going rough. And sometimes, yeah, it does push you to circumstances to try harder. That's not just like, oh, let me pick up another shift at work. Like, no, we're gonna sit on the sidewalk, you're gonna watch me play the violin, and I'm gonna get money. And to me, I'm like, wow, I'm not gonna lie. That took my heart. I was crying. And let's talk about the wife, because Shorty was on the side of her man, like repping her man. Like, that's not couple goals. Like, she was on the side of him while he was doing this. She held his jacket. I gave money to them. I cried more. Basically, I think my phone's about to die. But guys, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you guys want more, make sure to comment more. Any suggestions that you might have that you want to know, I'm definitely taking your suggestions. I pay attention. So guys, stay positive, stay sweet, stay beautiful. Love you guys till end of infinity. Bye bye.